Hello guys and welcome to today's video. We'll be looking at the Republic of Niger. The beautiful country of Niger gets its name from the River Niger, which is the principal river in West Africa and the third longest river in Africa, after the Nile and Congo rivers. The river flows through 5 West African countries, from its source in Guinea, through Mali, Niger, Benin, and finally Nigeria into the Atlantic Ocean. The name River Niger is thought to come from the phrase ger-n-ger, meaning river of rivers in Berber. Since Niger is landlocked, the river is its main water source. A fun fact is that Nigeria also gets its name from the same river. And can you guess what a person from Niger is called? A Nigerian with an E. If you're new to the channel, subscribe and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss any future uploads. Number 12. A monument in the desert is the monument of UTA Flight 772. On 19th of September 1989, the UTA Flight 772, traveling from Brazzaville in the Republic of Congo to Paris, was blown up over Niger. After the tragedy, the family of the victims decided to build a memorial to the victims. A life silhouette of the aircraft lies inside a dark stone circle surrounded by 170 broken mirrors to represent the 170 lives lost in the crash. The nose of the plane points to Paris, its intended final destination. Since the site of the crash was very isolated, the families decided to build a memorial that could be seen by planes flying over the area instead. It took 6 weeks for 140 locals from Agadez to build the memorial, which was once visible to satellites in space. Number 11. Niger is a leading producer of uranium. It has the world's 4th largest uranium reserves, around 7% of the world total. Uranium is important for nuclear energy, and as the world seeks alternative forms of fossil fuels, the demand for it will rise. Alet and Akonan are popularly known as the twin mining towns. Unfortunately, uranium mining is exploitative to the local communities. While Areva, a French state-owned uranium mining company, earns millions of dollars from the mines, very little of the profit has gone to Niger. This is despite the fact that it is the local communities who have to deal with the environmental destruction and health hazards of mining. Activists maintain that French companies have been operating in Niger without paying their fair share of the profits. Number 10. Niger has a landmass of 1,270,000 square kilometers. According to the World Bank, in 2021, Niger had a population of 24 million. Its capital, Niamey, is on the River Niger. Up to 80% of the country is covered by the Sahara Desert. While the hot climate would be inhabitable for most people, Nigerians have adapted to the climate. Nomadic pastoralists live in an intermediate zone between the Niger basin and the Sahara Desert, known as the sub-Saharan region, but most of its population lives in the south of the country in the tropical climate near the edges of the Niger basin. Number 9. Niger shares a common currency called the CFA franc with 7 other members of the Western African Monetary Union. Number 8. Niger's official language is French, spoken by most as a second language learnt in school. It has also 10 recognized national languages. The most widely spoken national languages are Hausa, Samasonghe, Tamashek, spoken by the Tuareg, and Fulfed, spoken by the Fulani. Arabic is also a national language. Niger has a mixture of ethnic groups with some of the most unique cultures in Africa. The Tuareg people are a nomadic Berber group and inhabits countries in North Africa. Legend states that they moved to the Sahara in 400 AD under their first queen, Tin Hinan. They are known for their indigo veil that is worn by men but not women, giving them the name Blue Men of the Sahara. The veil is worn over the face to keep a moist flow of air as they breathe. The blue color also reduces the effects of UV radiation from the sun. The Tuareg are Muslims, but they have also preserved many of their pre-Islamic traditions. Before colonialism, they were the merchants of the Sahara, trading with Arabs and Europeans in the north and establishing rich and powerful kingdoms. When the French colonized West Africa, they killed many Tuareg leaders. Tuareg people of Niger are also known to carry a cross of Agadez. Agadez is an ancient town in Niger built by the Tuareg. Number 6. Another famous tribe is the Wodaabe tribe. The Wodaabe have a unique appreciation for beauty, but not female beauty as you'd expect. This tribe puts male beauty on a pedestal instead. This tribe is known worldwide for having a fertility festival that culminates in a male beauty pageant with female judges. The contestants shave the front of their heads and have long braids in the back. They paint their faces with ochre or saffron colored clay and paint their lips black to contrast their white teeth. They dress in exquisite robes and jewelry made of shells. Then the men dance for hours in the heat, rolling their eyes to show off how white their corneas are. Finally, the female judges pick a winner. If a female judge picks a contestant, she can choose to have sex with him even if both are married. That is, if she has permission from her husband. Niger is also known for ancient historical sites like the town of Agadez, where the Tuareg cross of Agadez comes from. The town is known as the gateway to the desert and was established by the Tuareg Sultanate of Air in the 15th century. The town was an important center in the trans-Saharan caravan trade. Today, it is still the largest and most important in the region and is divided into 11 quarters with buildings made of mud brick. The Great Mosque of Agadez was built in 1515, boasts a 27-meter tall minaret, making it the tallest mud structure in the world. Agadez also has the Palace of the Sultan of Air. Number 4. Ger-n-ger National Park is a nature reserve in Niger. It is one of the largest protected areas in Africa, covering 7.7 million hectares, though only the central part of 1.28 million hectares is listed as a strict reserve. The reserve boasts an outstanding variety of landscapes, plant species, and wild animals. The mammal fauna includes Ibex antelopes, scimitar horned oryx, and Barbary sheep. Niger also has a national park named with just one letter of the alphabet. The W National Park is near the country's border with Burkina Faso and Benin. The park belongs to one of the most important areas of wildlife in West Africa, called the WAP, W.R.Ali Penjari Complex. The complex is home to the rare West African lion and one of the last populations of the rare Northwest African cheetah. Number 3. The country has a dinosaur named after it. The Nigersaurus was a herbivorous dinosaur that lived in the region 121 to 99 million years ago. Its bones have been found in Niger, Tunisia, and Algeria. Nigersaurus means Niger lizard. Number 2. Since 4/5 of the country are covered in desert, Niger is considered one of the hottest countries in the world. The temperature in the Sahara desert can go up to 45 degrees Celsius, and there are stories of water droplets evaporating before they hit the ground. Because of this, Niger is known as the frying pan of the world. Number 1. The tree of Teneri was an acacia tree in Niger, once considered the most isolated tree in the world for over 300 years. The acacia was the only tree in a 400-kilometer radius in the Teneri desert and was used as a landmark by traders and caravans traveling through the deserts. It was even featured in French military campaign maps. The tree sprouted when the desert was a more hospitable place and was evidence of a once greener Sahara. A nearby well showed that the tree's roots had grown down more than 100 feet underground to access water from the water table. Unfortunately, in 1973, the centuries-old tree met its match in a drunken truck driver. The Libyan driver was following an old caravan route, collided with the tree, snapping its trunk, and with that, the famous tree of Teneri was no more. Today, the tree's dried trunk is on display at the Niger National Museum. A metal sculpture was erected as a monument on the spot the resilient tree once stood. That's all for the beautiful country of Niger. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to our channel for more content. Turn on the notification bell so that you don't miss future uploads.